Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my dear friend. Happy birthday to you. Hello everybody, and welcome to video number 43 in my EFT series, in which I hope to celebrate your birthday with a little party. Just before I start, I would just ask you to take responsibility for your well-being if you decide to tap along. So this year, it's been a very difficult year for all of us, and many of us wouldn't have had the opportunity to have a birthday with friends and family that we normally are used to, and that is in a way why I kind of prepared here a little party, and it can be a kind of virtual party to help you celebrate your birthday, despite the fact that for many of us we won't be able to celebrate as much as we would like to. So this is something I've done to wish you happy birthday, and there is this thing about peace and about you are a star. So remember, you are a star always, no matter what, because often our happiness gets in the way of us feeling judged and thinking that we need to do, perform at our best, and we keep kind of forgetting that all of us are stars, and that the more we connect to ourselves, the more happiness and creativity we can kind of find within ourselves. So I thought I would introduce you this time to a slightly different type of tapping. I've done during when the pandemic started, I've done a video called Connecting to Love, which is about 20 minutes of connecting to the love in your own heart and connecting to a person that you love, and you send love to each other from heart to heart, because during the time when we couldn't meet up with others, this was really something nice to do, and I add a little bit of healing with colors in that video as well. So I think it is video number 31 called Connect to Love. So if you like this little session, then please go to that video and have a look and watch that. Yes, so what I would do is a little bit of heart tapping, sort of like heart coherence tapping. And one thing is, if we just put our hands on our heart center, we connect to who we are. And just try to do that just for a minute. Be still and connect. And see if you can feel the compassion for yourself, gratitude, and then if you start feeling compassion for yourself, which you will find inside of yourself, you will find that you're able to feel compassion more for others. And I like say in this pandemic, the message stay at home, I kind of take it literally. Go inside of yourself, to find the love inside, because very often what we do is we kind of don't want to be inside. People have got busy schedules, busy timetables, and during lockdown, when we couldn't get out, it was an opportunity for us to connect with ourselves, what's inside of us, and also to look after ourselves, because I always try to look for the positives, but of course there were a few negatives which came out during this pandemic. A lot of us, a lot of people would be triggered by various traumas, and there was judgment and disapproval. And what I always do is, if I disapprove of something, I kind of look at it from a curiosity point of view, and I say to myself, well, what is going on for this person? And instead of being angry and judging them, I send people compassion and love. Like for example, wearing of mask, it's got a symbol of, oh, you need to shut up. you know, you can't speak up, you can't speak your truth, you know, and also some people, you know, don't like that, and they kind of, you know, put up a uprising against that, you know, and things like that. So, you know, I always try to think, you know, what is going on for that person, and I try to find compassion and send them love. And I found that, you know, last year during the pandemic, you know, I wasn't triggered, you know, I was just kind of feeling love and compassion for anybody, because everybody has got a history, and it made me question. But anyway, going back to doing a little bit of the heart coherent tapping. So we would be tapping like where our heart is, and in between the eyes point, and just repeat after me. I choose to release everything and anything in my mind which stands between me finding peace. I choose to release anything and everything in my body which stands between me feeling calm. And I choose to release anything and everything in my emotions between me finding joy in life. And I choose to release anything and everything which is stopping me from being present. Okay, so that was a little kind of invitation for us to come and connect to our hearts. And think of a person who you really love and care about. It can also be your pet, anybody that brings smile to you, and send love to them from your heart to their heart. And now, as you are doing that, just let all that love spread all through your body. So this is a little bit about the research which goes on between the connection between our hearts and our brain, that the Heart Math Institute, the researchers there are looking very much into, because, you know, our heart starts beating before our brain develops, and there is a huge connection, you know, that we feel a lot through our hearts, and our hearts emit electromagnetic fields and also send neurons to the brain, and it also, you know, it does very much affect how our emotional state, how we are feeling. And of course, if we are feeling happy, that's great, but if we are not feeling so happy, then there is a bit of a chaos, and, you know, there's a lot of anxiety and stuff for us. And yeah, so that's you know, that's something which I always feel, you know, how important it is for us to get connected to ourselves, our heart center. And so I thought that to make it a bit more party-like, we could do a little song. I don't know what it's going to come up with, because, hey, I just kind of experimented myself. But it's like, you know, someone would say, well, if we, you know, as I was just telling you about the heart, if we are meant to be happy, why do we tap on the negative emotions. Or somebody else said to me or asked me, what can I do to fight my thoughts? And if we are fighting our thoughts, obviously they're not very happy thoughts, we are getting the double fight and flight. So it's even so much harder on our system to have to cope with. And so the purpose of this tapping is to acknowledge that these emotions are kind of within us, that it's there, because if we push them to one side, one day it will all break. It's kind of like, think about it, a dam that is taking water goes in and in and in, but then suddenly there is too much, and when it rains too much, and then the dam can't hold it anymore, and then it all breaks, and suddenly there is flooding, and it's not a happy kind of situation to be in. And it's the same with our emotions, our first kind of thing is, no, I don't want to know about that. But actually acknowledging these emotions is the best thing we can do. That, and welcoming them, saying, well, thank you, you served a purpose, but now I can be happy without you. You don't need to warn me anymore. So that fight and flight, that's why sending these messages, these calming messages, are sent to the amygdala part of the brain. So I thought, let us get a little bit into the party mood. And it's always good to dance, to sing. You will find that the minute you start dancing and singing, that the energy in your body suddenly starts to shift, and all the blocks are being cleared, and it allows for you to be happy and healthy. And so I just thought, at the end, if you stayed so far, we'll just have a little song to end the party with. So if you're happy and you know it, tap, tap, tap. If you're happy and you know it, tap, tap, tap. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, tap, tap, tap. And you can tap on both sides. I mean, that's something I usually just tap on one side, but you can tap on both sides. And then somebody says, well, I'm not very happy. What do I do? Do I still tap? And yes, you can still tap. And what do I tap on? Do I tap on being sad? That doesn't look too good. Yes, you do tap on being sad, and you rate how sad you are. So if you are sad and you know it, tap, tap, tap. If you are sad and you know it, tap, tap, tap. If you are sad and you know it, and you really want to show it, then tap, 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 tap. And you can really do that with anything. So say, let's do one more thing. Let's say you feel bored a bit, so much, you've got to be home, and you've seen every little thing on TV or Netflix, whatever, there's nothing else. You feel bored, or your birthday is boring because there's nobody who can come to visit. So we can do that as well. We can tap on that. So if you are bored and you know it, that's really good to show it. So then tap, tap, tap. Oh, I feel bored. How strong is it, that feeling of bored? Oh, it's about 7. Okay. So the intensity of me feeling bored is 7. I'm bored. Oh, I feel bored. I feel bored. I don't know what to do with myself. Oh, it's my birthday and I'm on my own. But what if I could connect with others virtually? We can do all that. It's actually not so bad, because the love is there in my heart. So sending all of you a lot of love on your birthday, many hugs. Look after yourself. Things will improve, I'm sure they will, and hopefully the next birthday you will be able to invite your family and friends and have a great birthday celebration. If you couldn't this year, then just have a party with me. Once more, wishing you happy birthday